With future plans teased for a new WWE signing and more, this is Wrestling Hub. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. Discussing his AEW storyline with Ricky Starks Ricky the Dragon Steamboat said this about a change made to the storyline, telling WrestleBinge, "They suggested an outcome that I didn't like. I said, look, you're doing a slow turn with this kid, Ricky Starks, and trying to turn him heel, and what you're suggesting is there's not going to be any heat on him." So I made the suggestion of what everybody saw, and I said, I'd like to put some heat on this kid, and so everything carried out to the T. They had a result where everything would go down as it was, and then as he would spin me around and try to take a shot, I would block it and give him some big chops, and he takes a bump through the ropes out on the floor and then scurry up the ramp. It would be like a happy moment. I'm thinking and I'm picturing this, and I said, well, where's the heat there? Where's the heat for the kid? Number one, I caught him with his foot on the ropes, so that was a happy moment. The referee got knocked down, so I did my job. I was the second, so I got in the ring and he got counted 1, 2, 3, so there's another happy moment. Then to spin me around, I blocked the punch, the cheap shot, and then hit him with big chops and then a big double chop, and he takes that bump on the floor and then tail between his legs and scurrying up the ramp to the back. There's absolutely no heat, and plus the fact, I'm 70, and they're gonna say, God, Stark, a 7-year-old man, an old timer just whipped up on you. I said, we got to turn this around to where, he's got to catch me off guard and sucker punch me and get me down and do something to where it's almost to the point of disgusting and shameful. Reacting to Trick Williams replacing him in the Fatal 4-Way match on NXT and becoming the #1 contender for Dominik Mysterio's NXT North American title, Mustafa Ali wrote on X, "Good for Trick, deserves it." Explaining how he has not fully recovered from his previous injury back in April, Grayson Waller told Sporting News Australia, "The moment the broken leg injury happened, it was very daunting. I think I've spoken before about the emotion in that moment before the draft. Just had a great match with Carmelo Hayes for the NXT Championship. It was what I thought was my last match in NXT. All the emotion and that type of stuff. Once I got that out, I just changed it to focus because I pay attention to a lot of guys like Kobe Bryant, David Goggins, those type of guys where I just saw it as another hurdle and I didn't want to let it hold me back, and I thought if I can push through this and still be on the main roster and still be successful, then I can do anything, and I think that was the hardest I've ever worked in my life. And in some ways, I think the injury helped me because I got the talk show, the Grayson Waller effect, which is huge right now." Speaking about the possibility of Matt Riddle making his way to AEW after being released by WWE, Jim Cornette said on his Drive-Thru podcast, "Stylistically, he would fit in the ring over there. The question is, not only would the audience see him if he comes over immediately and gets pushed, well, now he's come from the Evil Empire and he's had accusations against him, so some might take that to heart. Or it's a WWE star coming in here trying to do a CM Punk thing and take over. The names in wrestling are mostly associated with WWE, but if you get an audience that is hostile to the idea of them there to begin with, and they're so smart, then it not only hurts you when you bring them in because you're going to get backlash. Saraya worked out real well, but also it kind of penalizes talent because they're saying, I'm a big name coming out of WWE television, but AEW hate me because I just came off WWE television." During the media call for Wrestle Dream, AEW President Tony Khan said this about Rob Van Dam's appearances for the company. "RVD was a great part of it. The Michigan fans were very excited to see him, and he got a great reaction from a live arena, and the show did a great rating. I think he's been here on a case-by-case, show-by-show basis. We loved having him. I would certainly be very open to Rob returning in the very near future. As we said when I saw him this past weekend, he's doing a great job, and we'd love to have him back. Great to have Rob here anytime when he's available to do it, and anytime it makes sense for everyone." As he's been absent from AEW programming, Malakai Black would give fans a health update on Instagram Live, noting that he has a tear in his calf and is dealing with a knee hyperextension. Here's the clip.
Something that I want to quickly address, and I understand that this is always done from a perspective of caring, so before I say anything, I appreciate the fact that people care and that it comes from a good place. But about a year ago or so, I made a video about rehabbing a back injury that I had. And the video shows the process, and I talk about overcoming that injury, strengthening my back, etc. And after the video was posted, people started running with this idea that, oh, he has a bad back and therefore A, B, or C, which is not the case at all. And for some reason, that has found its way back. And again, the narrative is, well, he's not had singles matches, etc. because of he has a bad back. He nearly retired because of it, and none of these things are true. Why I'm not having singles matches, I don't know. I think it's because they wanted us to really run as the House of Black and do six-mans. I was also not in six-mans to hide said non-existing injury. Again, rest assured, I do not have a bad back, and the reason why I am at home right now is, well, due to a minor injury, which is I had a slight calf tear and a hyperextension in my knee, which is almost nursed back and almost ready to go back on the road, etc. So again, I appreciate the concern, but the reality is that I'm fine, and you will see me sooner rather than later. But again, I appreciate the concern.
Going over how much of a factor Cody Rhodes was in her move to WWE, Jade Cargill said on the Masked Man show, he was top 3 and not 3rd. He is a phenomenal man. I've seen what this business did for him. I've seen him just be the stellar athlete that he is, and I didn't see any different for myself. He was one of the guys who helped me make a great decision. Touching on a possible matchup between her and Bianca Belair in WWE, Jade Cargill told ESPN, I am interested in facing Belair, and it's definitely a WrestleMania main event. That's something that will have people glued to their television screens. That's something that will have people buying out stadiums. That's a dream match, and I think people will show up and show out for that one. Following the news of her signing with WWE, former AEW champion Jade Cargill was asked if it has been decided what brand she will be on, to which she told ESPN, it has, and guess what? Everybody is going to have to tune into every network and see where I'm going. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to stir the pot and get people guessing where I'm going to be. Just tune in. Staying on the topic of where Jade Cargill will land in WWE, Steve Carrier of Ringside News said Jade Cargill officially signed with WWE, but her destination is not 100% clear right now. We are told that there are a lot of rumors going around about her within WWE. Some say she is going to NXT, and others say she is main roster bound. When it comes to how well the news of Jade Cargill's WWE signing did on social media, WrestleOps wrote that Jade Cargill's signing announcement and subsequent post promoting her pulled in 850,000 likes across all official WWE social platforms in under a 24-hour period, one of the highest for any given superstar this year thus far. Also, at one point yesterday, Jade was the #1 trend in the United States. Prior to Monday Night Raw, Dominik Mysterio can be seen denying a fan an autograph. Here's the video.
NXT North American champ is here. You should have brought your belt, man. Yeah, oh, I should have brought my belt. Thanks for reminding me, Paul. Take a picture with little dog. Hey, we got a quick pic. Hell yeah. Hey, what about my friend? He has your hair. Hey, he's got your hair. You got your hair, man. Yeah. You got your hair. Wow.
In some unfortunate news, member of the Anoa'i family Manu is suffering from health issues. As his GoFundMe reads, I am writing to ask for help from my brother and hero, Afa Anoa'i Jr. He is currently fighting for his life at the moment. Afa was rushed to the hospital on Saturday, September 23rd, finding out that he has a severe and unexpected complex cardiac issue. He went through many tests and major cardiac procedures. His heart ejection fraction is only working at 35%, and his heart is filling with fluid by the hours. Afa has an extremely long road to recovery. He has major medical bills and medications needed, so we are asking for any help that you can give. My brother is so young and unexplainable for him to be going through this at 38 years old. Afa has two amazing and bright children that need their father. Afa has such a vibrant and loving personality and has always been there for those in need. Afa always has been that guy to go above and beyond for everyone and is loved by many. Any medical crisis like this always entails major medical expenses for both him and his family, so we are fundraising to ensure that Afa and his family have the support they need to defray those expenses and also put Afa on the road to recovery. Anyone who knows my brother Afa knows what an extraordinary person he is. At this time, I ask that we show up for him the way that he would always show up for us. Thank you. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.